Greetings and thank you so much for your comment. So, I took a moment to really think about how I would respond to your comment here. Because even though I was aware of Frances Cress Welsing's work, I had not really done any type of research or dug into her theory. And for others who may not know, uh, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's theory is that when the genetic recessive European went around the world and found all of these people, they found that they were the global minority. And that knowledge produce within them this deep seated fear of genetic annihilation because they are the global minority. And as a result of finding out that they are a global minority, um, their white supremacy was their answer to dealing with this particular fear, the deep-seated fear of genetic annihilation by all of these melanated people all over the planet, that this was their answer to it. And that when you're dealing with white supremacy, that you're actually playing a chess game, and that there are methods of social engineering that they put forward that continue to perpetuate white supremacy in order to be counterproductive to genetic annihilation. But I think that two things could be valid at the same time. So I agree with you that when they went around the world, there was this thought of like, wow, we're the only ones that are like us around the planet, and everybody else has these traits genetically that we don't have. And if we could be annihilated because we are so few. But I think that two things are true at the same time. The other thing that's true is that the European nations, that their resources were scarce. So when you have people who had so few resources and they go around the world and they see the land of plenty, there is this mindset of, you know, I want that. I want that for myself. And, and I don't care what I have to do in order to do it. When you think about how Western Empire has impacted the world, they have changed everything and every person from being a person to being a commodity, of thinking, and I think that's what I mean when I talk about poverty consciousness, that the consciousness of a people who, did not have anything. What did they do when they didn't know about the rest of the world? What was their behavior to one another when they did not they did not know about the rest of the world? So this idea of white supremacy and patriarchy turn people from being people into things, to think of people as property. Uh, and this is like even within their culture. Like a lot of times when I'm reading historical depictions of European history, there, like the women were property. They weren't sovereign beings. And this is even before they went out traveling. So It's not, I think that you're right that this is part of it, genetic annihilation, but within their culture themselves, they reduce themselves down to being things as opposed to being people. And it's about the acquiring of resources, and it's about that above anything else. And when they went around the world and they saw all of these people and they were living in the land of plenty, and they said, I want that, and I'm going to do anything by hook or crook in order to do it. There's a lot more going on with that mindset, in addition to genetic annihilation. So I agree to a degree, but I think that it's also other things. But again, I appreciate you responding and bringing the theory to the forefront. Um, but yeah, you know, it's this. It's poverty consciousness. It's also some more things. I'm not really looking to dig deeper into it. It's just that my thought is now we are in a place where we're able to solve this particular issue, and that, Western empire is not in the same place that it was before, that they can do what they need to do and allow the creative innovation of technology to take them into the forefront, into the future, so that they can develop their own stuff, which is ultimately what my original post was about. Anyway, thank you, and may peace and power be with you wherever you go. Blessings to you.